Namaste, welcome to today's class. The theme of the class for today has been inspired by Hanuman. So you might not know who Hanuman is, but yesterday it was the day in India to celebrate this character or god, which comes from the Hinduism tradition. So I'm not going to go into the storytelling. You are welcome to investigate further. But basically, Hanuman is depicted as being like a monkey, is a monkey god, which in itself is interesting because we know that the monkey is related to the description of the mind. We talk about in spirituality the mind being like a monkey. It just doesn't stop. It's chatter, 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 chatter. So we're talking about a figure which has controlled or dominated his mind. And not only that, he is depicted as being enormously strong, like superhuman strength. Yeah. But this superhuman strength is not being manifested as like a warrior type of character, but as full of love and devotion. So he is like a very loyal servant. In fact, he is the one who serves the king and the queen. And he does these enormous feats of strength and of traveling, leaping over distance and time from one side of the planet to the other because of love. Yeah. So what we're talking about here in the theme for the class today is how can I create this sensation of enormous strength and resilience, but at the same time in the name of love and with the heart open. Yeah, so it's a beautiful combination of qualities that we can bring into our practice today. Yeah, good. So I'm going to just shift the camera so you can see me even better when I go backwards. So we're just going to put the other camera on. And you can take a seat. You might need for this class some kind of belt as well. And you can take a comfortable cross-legged position. And bringing the spine upright. Close your eyes and just drop into the space within you. And you can become aware of the breath, just really settling in. And as you breathe in, you can open the heart space. And you can cultivate this quality of devotion towards life, towards the ones that we do serve in our life, especially our family. And this service from love is also coming from the quality of self-appreciation. And as you breathe out, just drop your awareness in towards the abdominal space. And you can feel as you breathe out that the navel is drawn slightly backwards. And this is really bringing the awareness into the strength, that we actually require to be able to sustain everything and move forward with direction and commitment. So you can slowly bring one hand to the heart space, the other one to the abdominal space. just to really connect into these two chakras, this opening and softness of the heart, and this strength and centering energy in the abdomen. So we're going to open the space by singing the name of Hanuman. So it's 3 syllables, Ha-Nu-Iman. So we can take some time to just breathe into these 3 syllables. So you can take a breath for singing. I'm going to begin the class sitting down. I'm just going to check because I think somebody has their mic on, which is affecting the quality of the sound. Okay, that's better. So, from our sitting position, you might like to raise the height of your buttocks using a cushion or something. We're going to really concentrate at the height of the sternum, lifting the arms up towards the sides. As you breathe out round the back and give yourself a hug, so each hand is coming to the opposite shoulder and you drop your chin downwards, really rounding the back and also opening the back of the chest. As you breathe in, opening up, lifting the chest, the arms coming as wide as possible, raising the gaze, and once again breathing out and giving yourself a good hug. So let's continue finding your own speed. One more round. Lowering the hands towards the knees, relax the shoulders. Close your eyes, just drop into this space of observation. And you can actually place the palms upward, and this just helps to sustain the sternum upwards and the shoulders relaxed. And you can connect into this heart space. And maybe you can just visualize the ones that you really offer this love and service to. So maybe if you're caring for somebody in your family, or maybe your children, you can just visualize them within the heart space. Not honoring their neediness, but the opportunity that they give you in order to develop your love. Good. So turning the palms downwards again, we're going to bring some attention into the abdominal space. So really make sure that you can keep your spine straight. And we're going to do our bellows breath to activate this area, bring some heat into the body. So as you know, the in-breath is accompanied by the expansion of the belly, and the out-breath is when we draw the navel inwards and backwards. So we can begin breathing through the nose, the nasal passages as wide as open as possible. And although you hear my rhythm, please find your own. So let's begin. Take a deep breath in. Sustain the expansion of your belly, placing one hand, the right hand, and the left hand on top of the navel, relaxing the shoulders, keeping the breath inside, dropping the awareness down towards the belly. And when you need to, just release the breath slowly. Keeping the hands covering the navel, allowing the energy to flow down through the arms into the hands as you just observe. Good. You can bring the hands back down towards the knees, and we're going to complement this by changing the rhythm. We're going to do Kapalabhati, which is when the in-breath is easy, it's relaxed and spontaneous, the belly expands outwards. But when we breathe out, we draw the navel inwards very fast. So it's a slow in-breath and a fast and kind of quite a powerful out-breath. So you can think about the navel being like a piston in a steam train. So it's really chuffing, yeah? Good. So let's do a round like this. Breathing in, the belly comes out. Breathing in. Once again, sustain the in-breath, the right hand over the navel, the left hand on top, dropping the shoulders, dropping the awareness in towards the abdominal area, connecting with manipura chakra. And when you need to, just release slowly, drop the hands back to the knees, and take a moment to be aware of the sensations that arise. Good. So you can come up to a standing position now. We're still warming up our body. And connecting with this energy of Hanuman, this strength and this ability to cross oceans, climb mountains for whatever is needed. We're going to activate the legs. We're going to bring some energy into the body as we run on the spot. So just to remember, we have done this before with our hands. We're going to place the right hand with a fist, which is like our strength, and the left hand wrapping around it, which is our gentleness. Yeah, so we're going to have this polarity. So as you sustain this mudra with your hands, bend your knees, lift the heels coming onto the tiptoes, and you'll feel that even in that position there is an activation in the abdominal muscles. So you can sustain yourself there with the elbows lifted as well, and begin to run on the spot as fast as you can. Go for it. Breathing. A little bit more. That's enough. Release the pose, separate the legs, take a deep in-breath. Breathe out through your mouth. And just really open to feel the effects in the body. Embracing sensations. Good. And you can open the legs now to the sides. Opening the feet outwards. Bringing this quality of expansion into the body. Placing the hands on the thighs. Breathe in as you breathe out, bending the knees outwards. Breathing in, straightening. And breathing out, opening the knees towards the sides. One more time. Sustain yourself in this bending of the knees. Find your stability. Breathing in, lifting the left arm above the head, really opening up the side of the chest, and breathing out, bending over to your right side. Breathing in, coming to your center. Breathing out, dropping the hand on the other side. Breathing in, lifting. Breathing out, stretching over to the side. Breathing in, coming to the center. Breathing out, dropping. Continue. Feel the strength coming into your legs, supporting you at the same time as opening up the sides of the body. And we're going to do one more round. Breathing in to lift. Breathing out as you extend to one side. Breathing in, coming back. Breathing out, dropping the hand. Breathing in, the other hand. Coming up and over as you breathe out. Breathing in, coming back. Breathing out, dropping the hand. Breathing in, stretching the legs. Breathing out, bringing the legs back towards each other as you drop into your space of silence and observation. Be aware of the sensations in the legs, in the hips, in the trunk of the body, in the heart space. Expanding your awareness to feel the whole of the body at the same time, including the state of mind and emotion. Good. So you can come up to the front of the mat now. And we're going to prepare ourselves for a slow sequence. So you can turn the palms of the hands outwards. Breathing in, lifting up above the head. Breathing out, the hands come towards the heart. And you can just drop your chin in this gesture of reverence to life, of service to the greater cause. Good. And then as you breathe in, you can collect this life force energy and cover yourself as you lift the heart up towards the sky. And breathing out, lean forwards, dropping from the hips, releasing the head. And take a couple more breaths, focusing more on the out breath. And bending the knees slightly now, take a big step backwards as you breathe in. Breathing out, dropping the knee and lengthening the foot. And just explore if you can move your left knee a little bit further back, just to bring a little bit more of a stretch in towards the hips and the pelvis. And you can rock forward towards the front foot and then bring the pelvis backwards. Let's just repeat that. Breathing in, dropping the pelvis, drawing our weight towards the front foot, and then just releasing, moving backwards. One more time. Just preparing that opening in the hip area. Settling forward, activating the left buttocks and the abdomen. Breathing in, lifting the arms up above the head. Stretching out both sides of the trunk. And try and move the arms behind the ears. So you're really opening up in the shoulder area. And it's from this movement of the hands and the arms backwards that you begin to arch slightly, lifting the gaze up towards the sky, if it's comfortable for you. And then slowly release, coming forward, coming down, placing the palms of the hands in towards the ground. And you can bring the right foot back, coming into your mountain pose. Separate the feet slightly. And you can turn the thighs inwards. And as you twist the hips and the thighs inwards, you can just observe more space in the pelvic floor. And from this space, you lift up like you're extending the base of your spine. This tail of the monkey up towards the sky. And as you do that, just feel the whole of the spine lengthening. Drawing the chin a little bit closer to the chest. Feeling the stability, gaining the strength. And now you can begin to drop the level of the hips downwards. The weight is coming forwards towards your hands. And you can join your feet together here. Squeeze the buttocks together, dropping the hips, bringing the pubic bone forward so you can feel the activation of the abdominal muscles. And from your feet, just push yourself slightly forward towards the fingertips. Lift up the sternum so the gaze is not in the space between your hands but beyond the mat. So you can lift the chest. And now just to work a little bit more, draw the heels of your hands towards your feet. Feel this deeper activation on a muscular level. Good. Bring your knees down, slowly bending the elbows, keeping the elbows tightly close to the body. Dropping the chest and the forehead towards the ground. Bring the hands even closer to the body, squeezing the elbows together and rolling the shoulders backwards. Activate your legs, your buttocks. And as you roll the shoulders backwards, feel that you can lift the head off the ground, drawing the shoulder blades down towards the lumbar spine. And keep there for a couple more breaths. Squeezing the shoulders back, the elbows together, legs and feet fully active. Finding this strength within your body. Good. Now push down with the hands to lift you back up onto your knees. And come back into your plank pose. Making all these little small adjustments that we've already seen. The legs are close together. And now you can lift the left leg upwards slightly. Just lifting it slightly off the ground, pulling the heel backwards. There we go. Drop this foot down, settle yourself, and now lift the right leg upwards. Good. Drop the foot, lift the hips, coming back into your mountain pose, separating the feet slightly, and breathe. Good. As you lift the head, transfer your weight forward. Now bring the left foot between your hands. Keep the right leg straight. And just bring the right foot a little bit closer so that you can place the whole of the sole of the foot on the ground. Use your gaze to help you come up, joining the hands together, crossing the thumbs, lifting the arms above the head. Bend the front leg even more and lift your gaze up towards the sky, keeping the right hip facing forward. Good. Separate the arms. The right arm goes back. The whole of the trunk twists towards the other side, coming into the warrior pose. Breathe deeply there. Drawing the pelvic bone forward, straightening out the lumbar spine. And really separate the arms. Feel this opening in the heart area, combined with this inner strength. Good. And you you can place the right hand on the right leg. Turn the palm of the left hand upwards and lifting the hand up towards the sky. And this gesture of victory. Good. Slowly bend the body forward, bringing the left hand towards the ground. Big circle with the right hand, swiveling on the back foot to bring the hip forward, lowering the knee, and then drawing the right foot forward, dropping the head into the forward bend, bending the knees in towards the chest, joining the hands, bringing the hands up above the head. The knees are still squeezed tightly together and bent into the chair pose. Let's take a couple of breaths. Breathing in now, stretch the legs. Breathing out, the arms come down, but the sternum comes up. Good, and just relax, separate the feet a little bit, drop the shoulders. And with the eyes closed, just come into a space of deeper connection and appreciation of what this sequence has brought for you. And let us just celebrate this quality of strength in the body and this opening in the heart. Good. So we're going to repeat this sequence of postures the other side. I think I'm going to turn to one side now just so you can maybe see some of the postures a little bit better. So once again, come to the front of your mat. And you can turn the palms outwards to open the chest. Breathe in, lifting the arms above the head. Breathing out, drawing the hands towards the heart, dropping the chin in reverence towards life. Breathing in, really just circling the energy around yourself like a big, powerful aura. Breathing out, drawing the hands down towards the ground, dropping the head. Take a couple of breaths here as you breathe out. Just drop even more deeply into the forward bend. Here the practice is really just letting go. And with the following out breath, you can bend your knees. As you breathe in, take a big step backwards with the right foot. As you breathe out, drop the knee down towards the ground and lengthen the foot. See if you can separate the knee a little bit further back without forcing, of course. And then begin to rock forwards and backwards. Breathing in, rock forwards, opening up the groin area even more. And as you breathe out, just come back. Just stimulating this greater opening in towards the right hip. And making it as full and as juicy as possible. And once you settle into this deeper posture, activate the right buttock, activate the abdomen, bringing up the arms above the head. And from here, move the arms even further backwards, allowing there to be a greater opening in towards the chest, opening up the heart. Good. Slowly coming out of the posture, placing the palms of the hands on the ground. The left foot can come backwards in towards the position of the mountain. And you can turn the thighs inwards, stretching the tailbone even further up towards the sky, which brings a greater lengthening in the spine. And feel the stability of the mountain. And feel the strength coming into the body. Feel this quality of commitment and persistence in the pose. And as you breathe in, you can now drop the hips downwards, coming into your plank pose. Bring the legs closer together. And you can activate the buttocks, bringing the pubic bone forward, pushing from your feet towards the fingertips, gripping with the fingertips the ground a little bit more, lifting up from the sternum, the shoulders coming backwards, the gaze forward. And you can even draw the heels of your hands towards the feet. Feel that additional strength coming into your abdomen. Good. Dropping the knees down and very slowly using the strength in your arms, dropping the heart space between the hands, the elbows squeezing close to the body. Lower the forehead down, take a breath. Bring the hands slightly closer to the chest, squeezing the sides of the body with your elbows, activating your feet, the legs, the buttocks. And as you roll the shoulders backwards, as you draw the shoulder blades downwards, you can feel quite naturally this lifting the head off the ground. Keep on rolling the shoulders backwards, cultivating this strength in your back. Seeing if you can lift a little bit further. Pressing the buttocks and the pubic bone down towards the ground. And rolling the shoulders back to lift up the chest even further. Good. Now you can root your hands to lift you slightly, coming back onto the knees and the hands, and then separating the knees, coming back into your plank pose. Lifting now the right leg a little bit, feeling this activation as you breathe out, drawing the belly inward, dropping the foot, finding your stability, lifting now the left leg, dropping there, and lifting the hips to relax into your mountain pose. Separate the feet. Pushing away from the floor with the hands. Lifting the pelvis. Breathing with the belly. Drawing the navel inwards and upwards as you breathe out. Good. So you can lift the gaze now as you bring the weight forward, bringing the right foot between the hands. And without lifting the left hip, bring your foot slightly forward so that you can place the sole of the foot on the ground. Activate your belly, use your gaze to lift the trunk and the arms upwards, the palms together. The hands above the head. You can cross your thumbs if you want to, and then really deepening in the bend of the front leg, making any small adjustments you need to be as comfortable and stable as possible. You can move the arms backwards, lifting the gaze up towards the sky if it's comfortable for you. And as you come back towards the center, you can now drop the arms, adjusting to come into the warrior pose. Feel the stability, the openness, and the strength. Expanding the heart space as you separate the hands even more. And feeling this quality of opening, this reaching to all corners of the universe. And you can slowly drop the left hand towards the leg, turning the palm of the right hand upwards, lifting the arm up above the sky in this position of victory, and also of really offering this victory towards life. It's not about keeping it for you, it's about offering it back to life. Good. So you can now bring the right hand down towards the floor, and the left arm follows in a circular motion. And as the fingertips touch the ground, you can swivel on the back foot to bring the hips forward again, dropping the knee. And from here, drawing the left foot forward, releasing into your forward bend, dropping the head. And you can bend the knees towards the chest, clasping the hands, lifting upwards in towards Utkatasana, your mountain pose. The chair pose. Lifting up, stretching the legs, dropping the arms while keeping the chest beautifully lifted. And just release, separating the feet slightly, the palms facing forward, closing the eyes, and coming into this settled space of recognition. Of observance. And so you can bring one hand to the heart, the other one to the abdomen, just honoring these qualities that we've brought in towards the practice this morning. Honoring this internal strength that allows you to do enormous feats. Running, jumping, climbing, whatever is necessary in order to follow your heart in this act of love, which is life. Good. And we're going to come down to the floor now. And there are so many postures that I would like to share with you, but as our time is limited, we're just going to go directly to a beautiful technique combining the breath and the opening of the heart, which really does reflect this energy of Hanuman. So you can find a comfortable sitting position. I've chosen to sit in Vajrasana with a support underneath me, to really have this position where I can open fully the chest. And it is described that Hanuman, when he is asked what's the motivation of, lifting mountains and jumping across the skies, where this strength comes from, and he rips open his chest, like this kind of gesture of Superman. And he reveals inside his heart the love and the devotion that he has for Rama or Sita, for his loved ones. So this is an exercise which brings homage to this. So we can return to this initial visualization of really holding the cherished loved ones within our heart. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring the hands up towards the chest with the elbows outwards. And as we breathe in, we're going to open the fingertips, open the heart, really opening and stretching all that we can. And we're going to hold the breath inwards. Close your fingers in tight fists, and as if you were drawing an iron curtain with enormous resistance, bring the arms down, the chest, the fists towards the chest. Maybe there's some tremoring. And when you arrive, breathe out and relax. Let's repeat. Breathe in, opening, as though if you were clasping the whole of the universe. Hold the breath inside, close your fists, and with enormous resistance, with this trembling in the body, using the muscles in your arms to bring the hands towards the chest and breathe out. After this enormous effort, once again, breathe in, opening. And I breathe in the whole of the universe. I squeeze my fists and I draw this curtain with all of my strength. Everything that I've got, we draw it in towards the heart and release. Let's do it a couple more times for good measure. Breathe in. Squeezing the arms together. All of your strength. Last time. And once you've finished, just open the palms of your hands and they face each other in front of the heart space. Close your eyes and just begin to move your hands slightly closer towards each other and separate them until you can feel this energy field between your hands. Just as if you were kneading this love dough between your hands. And as you feel it, you can maybe separate the hands slightly more. And as you're expanding this kind of love dough, there is even this expansion being mirrored in your heart. So that you're really just feeling into this energy field. quite spontaneously. And maybe you want to move your hands so that you can feel it's like a sphere of energy. Good. And you're going to offer now this sphere of energy to the loved ones within your heart. So as you breathe in, just bring the hands slowly in towards the heart space. Breathing in, absorbing this energy. Melting in towards this space. I'm just going to finish this particular exercise singing a very simple mantra for Hanuman. You can either just listen or you can join me before we close the practice. Jai Hanuman, 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 Jai Hanuman. So you can slowly release and just choose if you'd like to close this class in a sitting position or you feel like lying down and covering yourself with a blanket. So we're just going to close with a small relaxation, allowing this energy to settle within our heart. Just releasing and letting go. Trusting.
Namo, Namo, Anjanina. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman. Jai Siya Ram, Jai 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 Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman. Jai Siya Ram, Jai.
And you can just deepen your breath now.
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai.
Coming back in towards the body with joy, with
Jai Siya Ram,
this motivation to give, to love, to life.
Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman. Jai Siya Ram, Jai Jai Hanuman.
Feeling the strength and this opportunity to give to life. It's not all about receiving, it's all about giving. So you can slowly come back. If you're lying, coming back to a sitting position. So thank you so much for sharing this Hanuman practice today. I look forward to hearing and receiving your comments, and wishing you that strength and that loving energy. So if we can all give more, we'll also all receive more. Thank you so much.